Joseph Neal with AnimePsychomedia.com. I'm here at Matsuricon 2023 in Columbus. I'm here with J. Michael Tatum today.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
Stressed.
Tired.
Not enough sleep. Stayed up way too late.
I mean, it's a con. It sounds like you're doing it right.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah. Been very busy today?
Yeah, pretty busy.
Yeah.
No complaints. It's always good.
Always.
It's always a good time.
Yeah. So, I know you've been going to cons for quite a long time now.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize it, but you've been going for more than half my lifetime now.
God, why'd you have to say it like that? Jesus. I'm an old man.
No, he's not old. My dad's old.
How old is your dad, Joseph?
70.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I really thought you were going to say 47.
No,
I was going to walk away.
No. But it's been a while since I've actually seen you, and I like the stash.
Thank you. I like your beard as well.
No, yours is nicer.
No, it's just because it's the salt and pepper thing. It makes me look distinguished.
What? Salt and pepper adds flavor. It shows the wisdom that you gained over the years.
Oh God, that's not supposed to do that. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Oh. So, are you going to go to any of the concerts?
Yeah, my husband Brandon is putting on a concert this afternoon. I'll be popping in right after this, actually. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm gonna stick around for the Nano concert. So yeah.
I was gonna say I was surprised to see that Brandon is going to have a concert, and I'm excited to watch it because you're in for a treat. He's amazing. Oh, he's the voice of an angel. Of course he is. That is very
He's going to be using his Mimu gloves. If you don't know what those are, go watch. It's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm excited to see that. Now, I heard that you went to Taylor Swift concert.
Because I love my husband.
Wait, you didn't go just because you wanted to?
No.
What?
I'm not a Swiftie. I respect the hell out of that woman's ability to perform. The stamina, amazing. Her ease with a crowd of 70,000 people is really something to like behold. But yeah, it's not.
It was more for him.
He loves Taylor Swift, and our friends love Taylor Swift, and I don't loathe her by any means. But it's not my music. I'm a stuffy classical sort of guy.
Oh, classical.
So yeah, so this is what I get for dragging him to see Beethoven and stuff.
Beethoven's amazing.
Thank you. We should hang out more, Joseph.
Oh. I would like that a lot. She might get a little jealous.
But it was a great concert. I've never been to one that was that smoothly run for being as huge as it was. I mean, it's a 3.5-hour concert. It's longer than Les Mis. That's saying something. But yeah, it was incredibly done. She's great, and I don't know how anyone sings in full voice for 3.5 hours. It's
a lot of practice.
Yeah, I am jealous. I need to talk to her about her technique and maybe steal some ideas, but. Yeah, definitely worth seeing. One of the best shows I've ever seen, especially because I'm not into the music, but I walked away going, all right, but that was a damn good concert. I got to give her that.
All right.
So, yeah.
So, I've heard that Black Butler is returning.
I hear that, too.
Are you excited about it? What's your feelings about it right now?
I'm always excited at the chance that I get to come back.
Well, you should come back.
I agree, but I don't know. Nothing is in stone. One never knows.
Yes.
But it's a wonderful show. It's been part of my life now for more than half of my career, and it's not often that you get to play characters that you get to come back to after extended breaks and kind of revisit, how you approach them and maybe bring new experiences into the next chapter. It doesn't happen very often in this business. Most of the time we do a show and then we're done and that's it. So it's really cool. I'm always happy to do that, and I love working with Brina. Brina's one of my favorite people in the world. We've played opposite each other in some of our best work, and it's always exciting to get to revisit that. So
were you surprised about it returning?
Nothing in this business really surprises me anymore. But I didn't expect it, but I was like, that came out of nowhere, but that also tracks because it seems to come back every few years in some iteration, be it a movie or something. So I didn't, when we finished with, I think Book of Atlantic was the last thing we did on it, which has been about 6 or 7 years ago now.
Something like that,
maybe even 8 years. The better part of a decade, certainly. But even then, we were like, it just doesn't feel like it's over yet. It feels like it will probably come back one day. So, fortunately, Sebastian's a very easy voice to do, so I can be 90 and probably still do it justice. I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure you can. So you've worked on other projects. You've worked on Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor. Yeah,
I know my wife is a huge fan of Star Wars and loves that stuff. And I think she just finished the first one.
Oh, cool.
And how was working on that?
Oh, man, it was some of the best times I've had in the booth in a long time. My husband and I moved to LA about 3 years ago for work, and work has been really good, and I've gotten a lot of great opportunities, and even among all those opportunities, getting to work on something as awesome as Jedi Survivor was still been like just the top of the cake. I mean, it's just been amazing. As an actor, it's rare that you get to go into a session that is just run by people that are as big of a fan, that love the property you're working on as much as the people it's meant to go out to when it's done. And so I got to work with Danny Holman again, who's one of my favorite writers who's ever worked on the Borderlands franchise back in Dallas. He worked on Jedi Survivor exquisitely, and he was great to work with. It's just fun to be in a room full of people that want you to win and that are just so excited. And they'd read me in, which I love them to do. Like, can I read you? And can I? It's like, yes, please do. And so we're like doing these acting actions. It's super fun. It's like doing a workshop. Such a good time. And those guys, it's such a pleasure to work among so many cool nerds that love it to death and will tell you this, and love the character. And every time you read a line, they're like, oh God, that's exactly, they get so excited. Wonderful. Freaking wonderful. And I got a lightsaber out of the deal. What's not to love?
What color was it?
Yeah, it's Cal's thing. So it's that kind of whatever you call that. It's like not purple, but whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I'll look it up. Yeah.
So you said you moved to LA
3 years ago, right at the height of the pandemic. Yeah.
That must have been crazy. It was kind of a fun time, a nice adventure right there.
Yeah, it really was. Well, it's funny. One of the reasons we decided to move there, because at the time, LA had kind of COVID under control. It was one of the best places to be in the country because they had it on lockdown. Not literally yet, but and then we moved there, and then Thanksgiving happened, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's now the worst place in the country." We're like, "Oh, okay." So we honestly moved to LA to just be in our house for the first year and a half.
Wow.
But then they rolled out the vaccine, and that came up very quickly there, and so we got it early, and that was nice. But yeah, it was a stressful time. I don't recommend moving across the country with all your earthly belongings in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. It's a bit much.
Oh no, I bet that had to be a piece of cake for you.
I felt like I was living in a Stephen King short story. Not my favorite thing I've ever done, but yeah, and LA itself is insane. I'm not always sure what the hell I'm doing there.
I haven't crossed over to Mississippi, so I have no idea how it is out that way.
It's a very different world. Yeah. It's a very different world. I'm from Texas myself, from Dallas, and while I grew up in Dallas, it's not exactly the small town that people think of when they think of Texas, but it's LA is a whole other universe, and it's so many people everywhere, all the time. And they're all actors. Imagine living with a bunch of actors. Don't do it.
It shouldn't be a dull moment, at least.
No, there's never a dull moment. That's true. I saw a naked guy on the roof of the apartment complex across from our place the other day. That's a normal thing. I was just sitting at the table, and I looked up, and there's a naked guy on the roof, and I was like, no ho, what are you going to do?
Okay.
Yeah. No explanation, no nothing. Yeah. There's no follow-up. There's no app I can look up. What was the naked guy? And people are like, what are you asking? It's LA. Yeah.
Maybe you should make one. We have to keep track of that, because if it's that.
Were you saying I should be the naked guy next time?
No,
I'm not there in my career just yet. Give me a few years.
You should be.
Wait till Black Butler season 5. We'll talk.
All right. I'll remember that. So you spent a lot of time at home and everything like that. And you got a new pup not too long ago.
Not new pup. No. We've had our boys for a while. Genji and Gus. Genji is 8 and Gus is 4.
Has it been that long?
It has been like with the pandemic, time means nothing anymore. So Gus, it feels like the puppy.
What's a doll? They're always puppies.
They are. They're our babies. Yeah.
How have they been?
They're good. They like LA. They're Frenchies. They're built for that place. They love it. They're like, oh my God, everyone loves us here. It's great. There's also Frenchies everywhere. Everyone has a Frenchie in LA. They just do. The climate is very comfortable for them, and Frenchies are very good dogs to have if you don't have a lot of space, and there's not a lot of space in LA because there's so many people there, and so Frenchies are like cool. So you see them all over the place. It's like being in Gremlins, and you're like, oh, another Mogwai. Someone must have gotten wet. It's adorable, actually. There's always the little Frenchie dance they do when they see other Frenchies in the street. They like stop and they look and they snort and they do the thing, and we're like, oh, here they go. And it's like this little ritual. They all do it. They all do it. It's hilarious. But yeah, they're good. They're good.
All right. Yeah. Glad to hear that. Do you have anything you would like to say to your fans?
Same thing I always say. Thank you guys for being fans. It's really awesome. I'm always very humbled that people, care to be supportive of what we do, us silly little voice actors doing what we do. But thank you. It's very validating. I appreciate it. I hope you continue to enjoy all the crazy things we do.
And where would we be able to check you out? Like on social media?
I'm a bit of a unicorn on social media. I mean, I have it's X now, whatever the hell that means. Yeah. So I'm on X. And Instagram, and my husband made me get a TikTok during the pandemic, but I haven't made one in like a year and a half.
Oh, come on.
So I don't know. I'm too.
So we just need to follow Brandon instead.
Exactly. Yeah. Follow my husband, and he'll know where to find me.
Okay.
He'll be my courier pigeon.
Well, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You do the same, my friend. Pleasure talking to you.